about changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Yeah, it's Goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. They don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this off before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And listen, I know I was a little late to the party. I've been hanging around Landlord too long. I'm back on Color People time, Negro time, whatever you want to call it. So my apologies for being a little bit late to open the door to the liquor store. But we here. It's the weekend. We can get drunk off the Dallas Cowboys content together, man. So salute to everybody out there rocking with me. Hold on, let me up the sound a little bit. Put this bitch on about 50. All right, we finna rock out, man. How everybody doing today, though, man? And, hey, we got quite a bit of stuff to discuss in the liquor store today, man. We're going to talk about the quarterback market. There's another name coming up that's supposedly going to reset the market again. So the Dallas Cowboys could be caught with their pants down for a third time at this point. Then we're going to talk about, quote-unquote, positive conversations between Dak Prescott and the front office. Will it happen in time to beat this next contract that's coming up? Like, those are a lot of things that we gotta, these are a lot of things that we gotta discuss and cover and hope for the best on. But before I get too far ahead of myself, man, shout out to my boy Swain in the building, Keystone Cowboy, Cortavius, hallelujah. I see you, man. What's up with y'all good people? Marcus McFarland, James Simmons, John Cofield in the building. What's good with y'all? Who else in the building, man? I said Swain. My boy Joe Tranchina from Italy, not China. What's up with you, man? 55 Richburg in the building. What's up with you, my guy? Salute to all y'all good people. And hey, y'all know the usual rules of engagement when y'all tap in with your independent content creators, man. First and foremost, when you slide into the liquor store, I need you to hit that like button. The more likes that we get on the video, the more that the algorithm works in our favor. Hey, Craven, what's up with you? Buck Smith. I ain't seen y'all in a minute, man. Salute to y'all. So yeah, and listen, they be playing the game raw. You know, a lot of times you'll go live or you'll jump out on the platform. They won't send out notifications. They won't let y'all know what's going on. So to put the content further up in the algorithm, make sure y'all hit the like button every time we go live. And it's one of the easiest ways that you can support your independent content creators. So if you got love for the liquor store, you want to see your boy Henny do well, continue to prosper, continue to do the dope things that we continue to do, hit that like button, man. It ain't gonna cost you a dime. After you hit that like button, make sure you turn right back around and hit that share button. And when you hit the share button, make sure you hit the share button at least 6 times, because we do believe in manifestation in the liquor store. We're trying to wield the Dallas Cowboys to title number 6 in 2024. And I know we need all the positive vibe and positive energy that they can give us at this point, because we seen what happened last year. You know, they be tweaking, they be wilding out a little bit. So they need all the good luck, all the prayers and everything else. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So make sure y'all share the content 6 times and that you drop 6 emojis. Yo, Justin Kitchen, what's up with you? Yeah, just like my boy Justin Kitchen did with the 6 championship trophies. Yeah, drop those emojis. Just like my boy, just like my boy James Simmons did with the 6 shot glasses, man. Salute to you. Yeah, help us manifest that 6th title in the liquor store. Then, after you finish hitting that like button, hitting that share button, I need y'all to politely slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man. And if you're able to find one, because they done came back for their little migration, they flying around eating shit right out the horse's ass. As you know, they nasty like that. Like, they're diabolical, ratchet, unsanitary people. So if you're able to find one of the shit-eating birds and slap the shit out of them, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And you know, we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got cow burritos, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Henny the Moore, and come get drunk in the liquor store. And also, of course, y'all know how to support. Y'all can always hit the Cash App if you want to support instantaneously, or you want to super chat or send super stickers. You can support by doing so, since the page is monetized. Yeah, my boy Jerry said, I live in PA. Shouldn't be too hard. Hey, you in the midst of them. Now, you walk outside, you probably catch one right now with a fresh turd in their mouth, running down the street. He said, quest for 6. Hey, man, we got to try and pull it off. We got to try and pull it out. You know, hey, listen, they're unsanitary and unnecessary, because why the hell are they a football team? Like, we already got the Steelers in PA. We don't need nobody else. There's an actual dynasty. There's an actual story franchise in PA. We don't even need the Eagles. Then they had the unfortunate, of being in the division with us. So, it's just wild. Like, why are the Eagles even a talking point? But whatever. But let's go ahead and dive head first to the content, man. Let's go ahead and dive head first to the content. So I'm not sure if this is true or not, right? I'm just seeing it. It's a rumor, right? So anytime you see a rumor that's not really attached to no big name or anything like that, you always take it with a grain of salt. But there is rumblings that there is a young quarterback that is finna reset the entire quarterback market. And his name is Jordan Love. Now, my thing is Jordan Love only had 1 season of production. He's only been a starter in the league 1 year out of the 5 that he's been. It's like his 5th or 6th year in the league, right? So outside of last year, there really was not a bunch of tape on Jordan Love or any of that. But he had a stellar year. Like, Jordan Love was fantastic. I would not take anything away from him, especially after he went down to Dallas and had one of the best statistical gains that a quarterback ever had in a playoff game. But this is the report, though. So they're claiming that Jordan Love, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, is close to signing a $280 million deal over the course of 5 years. So let's do the simple math on that. If you take 280, get your calculators out. I'm taking you out of school early on a Saturday morning. So this is like Saturday school. You effed up. during class. Now you gotta go to school on Saturday, do some extra shit. You got in trouble. All right, so you divide 280 by 5, that comes out to 56. So they're talking about giving Jordan Love a $56 million a year contract that would reset the market. Because right now, the quarterback that makes the most money is only making $55 million a year. So they're saying that Jordan Love, with no Pro Bowl selections, no All-Pro selections, 1 year as a starter, and 1 playoff win, is going to be the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. And I think this would be the highest APY for a quarterback in league history, if I'm not mistaken. I think like Patrick Mahomes' total contract of being like $500 million, then $500 million is the biggest contract they ever gave out. But like per year money, bang for your buck, I believe this 56 APY that he's going to get is going to completely reset the market. I don't think a quarterback ever made $56 million a year on a long-term deal. So these young quarterbacks going to eat off these past contracts every year. They come in shaking my fucking head. I mean, hey, that's the nature of the beast. Because remember, when it comes to free enterprise and it comes to signing contracts and getting deals done, you are worth whatever you're able to negotiate. If you're able to negotiate $56 million and a share in the team, you are worth $56 million and a share in the team. If you're able to negotiate $60 million, 65, 62, whatever the number may be, if you're able to negotiate that is exactly what you were worth, right? So listen, if a team is willing to pay Jordan Love $56 million, I'm not going to be sitting here saying he don't deserve $56 million. Because he was able to leverage what he did on the football field. He was able to leverage that playoff win. He was able to leverage being second in touchdown passes and leverage making the playoffs as a first-time starter. If he's able to leverage that into a lucrative contract, who am I to say that he's undeserving of it? The only thing I'm going to say is that if Jordan Love is going to make $56 million, Dak Prescott should at least make 56.5. Dunny Holmes, what's up with you, man? Salute to you, and I'm happy that you're sliding in and rocking with us, man. I appreciate you for coming in and supporting the liquor store. He said quarterback money getting so high, we're gonna end up 1-0. Hey, you ain't bullshitting. Now listen, quarterback markets the quarterback market is wild. Like the quarterback market is skyrocketing, and there's really not much you can do about it because the marquee player on every team is always going to be the quarterback, right? The marquee player who's going to sell the most jerseys. He's the guy that the offense runs through. He touches the ball every play. Whether you believe, that the quarterback should get as much praise as they do, because honestly, on a sport that's played with 53-man rosters, it's still taking an entire team to get the job done. But when you're talking about marketability, when you talk about who the face of franchises are, it's going to always be the quarterback. So everybody and their mama is going to want to have a good quarterback. And in the sense for the Packers, in the sense of the Packers, they don't want to ever be in quarterback purgatory because they're used to having good quarterback play. They went from having Brett freaking Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback. And when Brett Favre was getting close to the end of his career, they backdoored and got Aaron Rodgers, who turned into a future Hall of Fame quarterback, multi-time league MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl winner. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to ever be without having a good quality quarterback. Jordan Love has showed them in his first season as a starting quarterback, he has shown them that not only can he compete, right? Because they had the 49ers on the rope. Like, they should have realistically went to the NFC Championship game. That was not a fluke what they did. He said, why I didn't get a link. I don't know why you didn't get a link. I should have sent you one. Yeah, I should have sent you one. Yeah, I mean, I still can if you're around. He said, quarterback market is rising while salary cap. Well, the salary cap is going to keep rising too, though. You know what I'm saying? The salary cap is gonna jump up. They make good money. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep making money and printing money in the NFL. That's never an issue. outside of the COVID year, the Dallas, like the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, all these teams have been profitable outside of the COVID year, right? There has been a steady increase in revenue and therefore in salary cap. So there's never going to be a year where the salary cap doesn't go up. Salary cap going to go up every year. So that's why they feel comfortable in giving out these contracts, because they feel like they can afford it. They're going to keep making money. They're going to keep getting these TV deals. They're going to keep staying the most relevant. Going to keep staying the most relevant sport in North America, really. So yeah, they're going to. Hold on, let me send Cuz a link. Now, if you want to jump on, Cuz, I'm finna shoot you a link. Just let me know you're still out there. It said it's crazy how much money all these quarterbacks getting without winning nothing. But this is the thing though, man. There are 32 teams in the National Football League. Don't you know there's like a dozen of them that have never won a Super Bowl? Like, there's franchises that have never won Super Bowls. The Atlanta Falcons have never won a Super Bowl. But that does not stop them from signing top dollar quarterbacks, because they still got to compete. They still got to sell jerseys. They still got to sell tickets. They still got all this other stuff to do. Like, if you're going by the track record of the Atlanta Falcons, they probably will never win a Super Bowl, right? If you're going by the track record, they probably will never win a Super Bowl. But they still will cover the quarterback and go pay a quarterback, because quarterbacks put asses in seats. Quarterbacks pay the bills, basically, right? And it make winning easier. Even if your goal is to win regular season games, having a good quarterback is the epicenter of doing so. You know what I mean? So even if you don't win, if you're a good quarterback, you're gonna get paid in the National Football League. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars just paid a quarterback $55 million. Jacksonville Jaguars have never won a title. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, we keep talking about what quarterbacks haven't won and have did. There are franchises that haven't done anything in their entire existence. But they still would love to have a great quarterback so they can sell jerseys, so they can get primetime games, so they can do all these other things that make their team more profitable, right? And if they happen to win a Super Bowl or stumble into a title game or something like that along the line, so be it. But we got to think about it. There's not a lot of teams in the NFL, that win Super Bowls consistently, and then there's a large number of teams in the NFL that never won. Matter of fact, let me see. How many NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl? All right, so it's exactly 12. So as of February 2024, there are 12 NFL teams that have never won a Super Bowl. So the Cleveland Browns have never won a Super Bowl. They won their titles before the Super Bowl was a thing. The Detroit Lions, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, Cincinnati Bengals, Minnesota Vikings. Let me see. Not missing anything. That's not 12. Oh, here we go. This is the full list. Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Los Angeles Chargers, Minnesota Vikings, Tennessee Titans. There's only 32 teams in the damn National Football League. So a third of the teams in the NFL have never won a Super Bowl. A third of the teams in the NFL have never won a Super Bowl. But they all still value and covet quarterbacks, right? So it doesn't really matter. They haven't won. This quarterback ain't won. We ain't won either. This is a match made in heaven. Come over here, throw for a bunch of yards. We gonna sell out the stadium. We gonna sell these jerseys. It's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the NFL is a business. We think about winning Super Bowls and winning games and shit. The organization is thinking about the bottom line. What's up with you, Jose? I see you. Craven, what's up with you? Keystone, what's up with you? Matt Baden, what's up with you? So yeah, man, that's all I'm saying. Like, a lot of these guys have not won. That's true, but there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody. Somebody out there that will be willing to give one of these young quarterbacks a chance, and maybe they can win a Super Bowl with them down the line, or they can develop into a star, right? But hell, there's a third of the league ain't won no Super Bowl. Right, a third of them ain't won no Super Bowl, and they don't give a damn. Because if you get close or if you're competitive, you're going to sell jerseys. If the quarterback throw for a bunch of touchdowns or a bunch of yards and he stays healthy, he's going to become popular. He's going to be, as long as he don't play for the Dallas Cowboys, you can have a very happy career as a quarterback and not do shit. Nobody ever slandered Phillip Rivers for not winning a Super Bowl, right? And he was a first-round pick. Nobody ever slandered him for not winning a Super Bowl, right? I mean, he had a great career, threw for a bunch of yards, threw for a bunch of touchdowns, and got shit. He helped their franchise a lot, right? Nobody ever really dragged a lot of these quarterbacks, like even quarterbacks that play right now. Like Josh Allen has failed in the playoffs multiple times. Doesn't really matter because he don't play for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow, outside of that 1 year where they went to the Super Bowl, he really can't even stay healthy like that. Folks don't talk about it because he's Joe Shiesty. He got a cool ass nickname, but you know. So yeah, man. So really, when you're thinking about paying a quarterback, you got to think about more than just winning. You got to think about the business side of it. I can give him $56 million, right, a year, but I'll probably make $560 million off of selling his jersey, or $200 million off of selling his jersey alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably make, like they got all kind of merchandise with this man's face on it, bobbleheads. Yeah, for real though. Like, I'm being honest. Like, they out here selling bobbleheads, and they market them boys in video games, and they do commercials and all this other shit with the man's face and image and likeness. Like, yes, like they don't give a damn. Like, I'll pay you $56 million. I'm gonna make some good money off of you. And then in the case of somebody like Jordan Love, he plays for a marquee franchise, Titletown. They're a team that's won multiple Super Bowls, and then they also won multiple titles before the Super Bowl was a thing. Like, if you count all that stuff together, like, they're the most decorated franchise. Like, they're the most decorated franchise if you count all that shit. If you go back and count the pre-stuff. So, like, a good quarterback in Green Bay is marketable. He's going to be printing money. So, yeah, I get it. Go ahead and pay him. And remember, when you pay a guy early and you get ahead of all the other people, you beat Dak Prescott to the table, you beat all these other quarterbacks to the table that's coming up for contracts, you're actually getting a discount, right? Because those guys are going to come right behind him and reset the market again, right? So he'll still be making $56 million a year when people are making over $60 million. And it'll be a discount. It'll be a discount, right? If you look at it in that perspective. Yeah, Jordan Love's a good quarterback. And that's the thing I want everybody to understand. It is hard to find good quarterbacks. It is hard to find good quarterbacks. You got people taking Daniel Jones in the first round, and you think it's easy to find a quarterback. You got people taking Josh Rosen in the first round, and you think it's easy to find a quarterback. You got people taking Paxton Lynch in the first round, and you think it's easy to find a quarterback. I want y'all to be for real. I want y'all to be all the way for real with yourselves when it comes to the quarterbacks. There's not really that many great or good quarterbacks in the league. If you got one of the top 10 guys, you hold on to them for dear life. You hold on to them like you got the winning lottery ticket. If you got one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, you hold on to them. You never let them go. Never. Because guess what? It's more likely to draft a bust or to draft a below average guy that ends up being a journeyman or ends up being a career backup than it is to actually find a franchise guy that can start and win you games and be consistent and consistently get you in the postseason. There's not a lot of quarterbacks like that. There's not. So if you find a quarterback that you think can be your guy, and you can build around him or build a contender around, go ahead and sign him. You know, listen, if you like a wife, straight like that. If you think she the one, she the one. And that's the same thing with the quarterback. If you think that's your guy, you put a ring on it to depth to your part, you work it out, you make it work. And you in it for the long haul. You know, there's never been an NFL team that consistently swapped out quarterbacks and was good. Like the Browns consistently swapped out quarterbacks, and that's why they've been terrible for all this time. Like every team that has quarterback carousels, you know. All right, 13. I appreciate it. So yeah, so like all these teams that have quarterback carousels, they never end up being great. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy had an up and down season. I'm gonna swap him out with this guy, and no. When you find your guy, go ahead and let them play and let them develop, get all the reps, grow with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So if it's true that they want to sign Jordan Love for $56 million, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, same with Washington, right? Washington Commanders, and you know that was crazy because this is the thing. That's another good example, Craven, of what I was just talking about finding good quarterbacks is hard. I don't think that Kirk Cousins is the world's greatest quarterback or nothing like that. But I think he's good. I think he's a very good quarterback. And guess what? Have the Washington Commanders had a good quarterback since Kirk Cousins left, right? Folks always talk crazy about Kirk Cousins. But have the Washington Commanders been able to replace Kirk Cousins since he's been gone? Hell no. They've been awful at the quarterback position since Kirk Cousins left. And that tells you something. Because some folks don't even got Kirk Cousins in their top 10. He might not be. He might be the 12th best quarterback or something. Who cares? But point being, he was better than what they had. They had nobody better than him lined up, waiting in the wings to take over for him. And they have not been able to find better quarterback play since he's left. That tells you how hard it is to find a good quarterback. Because they can't even replace Kirk Cousins. So when you have situations like the Dallas Cowboys have or like the Packers have, Packers went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Now they got Jordan Love, right? So they found three back-to-back quarterbacks, and guess what? All three times they didn't play with them. They locked them up for the long haul, and they called it a day. Dallas Cowboys went from Tony Romo to Dak Prescott. Now, I'm not saying they're the greatest quarterbacks ever. I'm not saying that they're Tom Brady. I'm not saying they're the GOATs. But it's very rare that you go from an all-pro quarterback to another all-pro quarterback. And the Dallas Cowboys are playing with their quarterback right now, right? It's not a guarantee that you get better than Dak Prescott when he walks. You could end up like the Washington Commanders. You could end up like the Cleveland Browns. That's what folks don't ever talk about when it comes down to these quarterback situations. That's what they never talk about when it comes to these quarterback situations. You could get worse than what you had. It was just Kirk Cousins. Yeah, but now you ain't even got a Kirk Cousins. Now you got a Sam Howell. Now you got a what's the boy's name? Taylor Heineke. Right? You had a Taylor down Heineke playing for you. God bless his soul, Haskins. He said, you never know. I think Dak. I think it's opposite. I think the Dallas Cowboys want to sign Dak to like a 5 or 6 year deal, and I think Dak want a 4-year deal, so he can get the hell out of Dodge again. Because if Dak signs a 4-year deal, he can hit the open market again while he's still in his prime. Right? Because when you really think about it, Dak signs a 4-year deal, he'll be out of here by the time he's 36. Like, quarterbacks are playing into their 40s. You know what I mean? Like, quarterbacks are playing into their 40s at this point in time. So, hell. So, yeah, like, I think Dak wants to be able to take one more bite of the apple before he calls a career. So, I think he wants a 4-year deal. Matter of fact, I think Dak is actually only 31 right now. So, if he signs a contract extension, yeah, it'll be 36. He'll be 36. 36 or 35, some shit like that. But point being, he'll still be right in the middle of his prime, because you don't really fall off until like your late 30s. Hey, salute to y'all too, man. Salute to my boy DC for Life, Texas. Depends on my boy Matt Madden. Salute to all y'all in here rocking, man. Make sure everybody that's sliding in, make sure y'all hit that like button. All you gotta do is double tap on the stream if you want to get the likes up. Double tap on the stream. Share the content. Hit the cash app. Hit the super chat. Keep the lights on in the liquor store. But let's keep rocking, man. And listen, that is part of it. Do the Dallas but this is the thing with the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm gonna put my face up for this one. This is the thing about the Dallas Cowboys. They be playing with the church's money. Like, the Dallas Cowboys consistently play with the church's money. And it's not just with Dak Prescott, right? Because they should have all the confidence in the world with CD Lamb. Why the fuck CD Lamb ain't got a contract yet? Why does Dak Prescott not got a contract yet? Both of these guys are coming off of all-pro seasons. CD Lamb was at the top for Offensive Player of the Year. Dak Prescott was in the MVP voting. He finished second. So, what really is it that they aren't sold on by those two players? Why haven't they got contracts done with those two? And remember, it's not all about winning championships. The damn fan base cares about winning championships. We already pointed out there's 12 teams that ain't never won a title. They're still signing players to max contracts, right? Winning a title is not the end all be all for a lot of these franchises. They're trying to sell tickets. They're trying to sell they're trying to sell jerseys. Like, a lot of these franchises don't care as much about winning titles as their fan bases do. Let's keep it real. The odds are forever against you, especially if you know you ain't got one of the top players or one of the top teams and all this other stuff in place. You know, a lot of the players on these franchises feel they can compete, but a lot of the executives and a lot of the GMs and shit, they know they ain't got no winning team put together. You know they ain't got no winning team put together. So yeah, man. He said Eagles on top. No. And listen, that's your prerogative, man. If you a top or you a bottom, you keep that freaking shit over there, man. We don't. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, Colt. Just fucking with you, man. But appreciate you for sliding in and rocking out with us, Colt. We gotta get a couple shots off on our rivals. What's up with you, dog, man? Hey, Colt, I will bet your ass though on that last shit you said. Y'all ain't making the playoffs. Hell nah. Put some money on that. Put some money. Put some money up on that. Put some money. The Dallas Cowboys won't make the playoffs. I'll bet you. I will bet you. How much money you willing to lose when the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs? How much money you willing to depart with, Colt? I want to know. Okay, so how much money are you willing to bet that the Dallas Cowboys don't make the playoffs? 50, 100, couple hundred? Oh, okay, you don't want to bet. Okay. So you don't really feel that way. Okay. Oh, so 30 cents. Okay, so you don't really feel that way in your heart, because that shows the sign of your conviction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to know what a man believes in, you know, you see what he put his money in. You can't put money up on that, then you know, you don't really believe that shit. So this all good, my boy. It's all good. I mean, he know they're gonna make the playoffs. He came in here to talk shit, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? See? Hey, shout out to my brother, Mr. Richburg, for the $20 cash app, man. I appreciate you for the love and support. Thank you for paying your tithes on this Saturday to the liquor store. And y'all want to be like my brother, S.A. Richburg, and continue to keep the lights on in here? Hit the cash app or hit that super chat, man. And Colt, I'll be nice. Y'all will probably make the playoffs too. You see how easy that was? I ain't gonna troll y'all. I think the Eagles will make the playoffs. I think the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles make the postseason. See? You see how easy that was? But yeah, man. But where were we though? I think we got a little distracted. Matter of fact, cause there's 7 teams that make the postseason. Honestly, man, I think it's damn near gonna be the same as last season for the NFC anyway. Unless you think the Vikings or the Bears, you know, are going to supplant the Packers this year, it's probably gonna be the same folks. It'll be Dallas. It'll be the Eagles. It'll be Detroit, because I think Detroit is going to make it in. I don't see how Tampa doesn't make it in. I don't think anybody else in their division has done anything to improve. All right, so I got them. I see the Packers getting in. One more team. Yeah, so yeah. I think they're gonna be the same. What's up with you, man? He said, as a fan of Green Bay, I've seen them come close and not win it all. You don't need to win it all. You just want to be relevant every year. And I appreciate that, Adam. He said, I just found this podcast. I love the respect. Appreciate that, my brother. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry, the part owner of the liquor store had just called in. It's my wife, so I had to see what she had. Oh, okay. Gene think the Falcons are going to make it there. That is a good one, and we played the Falcons this year. So I'm curious because I like, on paper they should be a good team this year. Because a lot of people don't know this about Atlanta, but they had one of the best pass defenses in the National Football League last year. Like, a lot of folks don't know that about the Atlanta Falcons, but they had one of the best passing defenses in the league last year. Then you get an opportunity to add Kirk Cousins, who's a veteran quarterback. You know, they already got weapons in place like Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson at the running back position. So on paper, they got guys in place to make a run for that division. But I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how the hell, you know, you can really expect Kirk Cousins to be Kirk Cousins right out the gate coming off of Achilles injury. You know what I mean? User 23 said, I love your videos and watch all of them. I just want to know how you originally became a Dallas fan. Second generation. My daddy was a Dallas Cowboys fan. That's all we watched in the house. So, of course, I became a Dallas Cowboys fan. We from Arkansas, so Arkansas ain't got no sports team. So everybody where I'm from is either a Saints fan because we're very close to Louisiana, or you a Dallas Cowboys fan. You know, you have a couple people, you know, who pick up different teams, but majority of folks where I come from are Dallas Cowboys fans or New Orleans Saints fans, right? So that's how I became a Dallas Cowboys fan. I was born into this shit, basically. Hey, I like Kyle Pitts though. I also seen reports they're playing Kyle Pitts more at wide receiver. So it also makes me feel like the Atlanta Falcons got it wrong, right? 'Cause I'm not saying Kyle Pitts is not a good player, but they passed on They passed on Jamar Chase to draft Kyle Pitts. So if you're going to play Kyle Pitts at wide receiver, you should have just drafted Jamar Chase and call it a day. You know what I mean? Like, you drafted Kyle Pitts, who's a tight end, right? Move him to wide receiver when you should have just drafted Jamar Chase and just been done with it, right? You're doing too much at this point. I'm from El Dorado. I'm from Arkansas. I'm from El Dorado, Arkansas. Yeah, I'm from Arkansas. Monroe and Shreveport are all Louisiana. We're close to Louisiana. We're very close to Louisiana, but no. I am from Arkansas. I am a Razorback. Which, by the way, when I do jump on this NCAA, that's who I'm going to be playing with, is the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's up with you, Silver Slayer? And listen, Kyle Pitts had a very good rookie season. I think he went over 1,000 yards. But, you know, like, having consistent quarterback play is paramount if you're going to be a good wide receiver or a good pass catcher or whatever. You know what I mean? Because you can be open as hell. You can shake your dude so bad he falls down. If the quarterback doesn't see you, he missed the read, or if he's running, escaping the pocket too quick, it doesn't matter how good you are as a wide receiver. Like, you could leave somebody's ankles at the 20. If the quarterback don't throw you the ball, if he missed the read, it doesn't really matter. So Kyle Pitts could be a great player, but if you ain't got a quarterback, it doesn't really matter. Same thing with Drake London. I think Drake London has talent, but if you ain't got a guy that can consistently get you the ball, it doesn't really matter how good you are at getting open. If he misses the read, or if the offensive line can't hold up for the quarterback. What's up with you, Ken? He said, what's going on, bro? Trying to get on these 18 wheels home. You be safe on that road, my boy. Yeah, be safe on that road, brother. Yeah, we're going to pray for traveling grace for the brother Ken Wright, man. Oh yeah, matter of fact, folks forget that. Overthrow by Jimmy G is why the 49ers were not able to win the Super Bowl. They forget all about that. They remember that they got there, but they forgot that play is really why they didn't win. Oh yeah, and everybody that has not subbed to the page yet, man, please hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs in the liquor store. We're at like 25 something. I think we're at like 2,500 and some change. So tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a pimp, tell a hoe to come subscribe in the liquor store, man. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs by the end of the year. Matter of fact, yeah, we at 2551. So yeah, if you ain't already joined the channel, make sure y'all do so. ACN 3,000 subs. Let's go. Yeah, indeed, man. So now let's talk about the alleged news. You know that there's some positive discussions between Dak and the front office. Cause that was some news that I had seen. So the Cowboys and Dak Prescott's agent are having positive conversations regarding the quarterback's long-term future with the team. That was being reported by Diana Rossini. All right, this is what Diana Rossini had to say. So this is my thing, right? I hope this to be true. I hope for a contract to get done. I hope that Dak Prescott stays the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. For a very long time. My issue, though, with that, are they going to be late to the table again? Because if the rumors are true about, if the rumors are true about Jordan Love contract being close to being done, does that change the contract talks with Dak Prescott? What if Dak Prescott wanted 56? Right? What if Dak Prescott wanted $56 million before this happened? Now that somebody else is getting 56, maybe Dak Prescott wants 57 or 58. You know what I'm saying? And listen, she did do the interview with Stephen Jones. I seen the Stephen Jones interview. Now, Stephen Jones, out of his own mouth, said that they're having talks. He said he talked to Dak, that they talked to Dak agent. He said that Jared done talked to Dak, and they didn't talk to the Dak agent. Right? That's what they're saying. I don't know if he's lying through his teeth, because he usually does tell a lie. You know what I'm saying? But we're just gonna take it at face value for right now. So at face value, he said that there's talks going on. Now this is the thing that we all gotta think about. If they are late again, you remember when the folks were talking about $60 million? Do you remember when that $60 million number was floating around without context? Well, if Jordan Love is worth $56 million a year, Dak Prescott very well may ask for $60 million by the time this is all done. Because how could you disrespect me? How can you disrespect me like that and not properly enumerate me? Why would you let the market reset this many times? Said Kyle believes he needs to move on from the Cowboys. Dude is good in the season, but not in the playoffs. Well, we could dissect each playoff game by Dak Prescott, point out the multiple playoff games where he played well and they still lost. You know what I mean? But we're not going to take the time to do that, because we've had this discussion before. But we also got to be realistic about what I said earlier about these contracts. There are 12 teams that ain't never won a Super Bowl. 12 in the NFL. There are multiple guys that make a lot of money that have not had playoff success. Because when Kyler Murray signed his contract and he was resetting the market and everything, he hadn't won a playoff game and still hadn't won a playoff game. Fresh off of missing the playoffs entirely, Trevor Lawrence signed for $55 million a year. You know what I mean? Guys are not just signing people. What's up? Hey, it's all good, Kyle. So I'll tell you what. Since you are new to the stream, my brother, I'll go through the stuff with you. Like I'll break it down for you. Most teams are not signing guys because they think they're going to win a Super Bowl with them. Most teams are signing players and quarterbacks so they can sell jerseys, so they can sell tickets, so they can sell merchandise. If they happen to win a championship while they're there, that's fine. But the question is, can you consistently stay healthy? Can you consistently put up good numbers? Can you consistently get my team to the playoffs? Those are the things that they want from a quarterback, right? those are the things that they consistently want from a quarterback when you're talking about paying guys. Because listen, nobody believed the Cleveland Browns are going to win a Super Bowl, but Cleveland still cared enough about getting a decent quarterback to sign one for an exorbitant amount of money. The Cleveland Browns are not going to win no damn Super Bowl as currently constructed, right? Still didn't stop them from signing their quarterback to big money because they're trying to sell jerseys, tickets, all this other stuff, right? If I pay you $50 plus million a year, I'm still probably going to profit $150 million off of your ass every year that you're here, right? Because you got to think about how much the teams are making off of these jersey sales, off of these ad placement from them, off of these pop-ups, off of this merchandise, bobbleheads. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into it outside of just being a quarterback. And last year, Trevor Lawrence's numbers were down from the year prior. Like, Daniel Jones' numbers were similar to Daniel Jones' numbers. Like, Trevor Lawrence's numbers were similar to Daniel Jones. That's how bad he was. So there's a lot of things that go into it outside of like we're gonna win a championship. Matter of fact, case in point, have the damn Jacksonville Jaguars ever won a title in their life since they existed in the NFL? I know that it's only been about 2 decades or 3 decades or so, but point being, they're not a team that even won a championship. That is not a prerequisite for them to sign a player to a long-term deal. They're trying to stay relevant. They trying to put butts in seats. Because listen, a lot of friends, I know we're a die-hard loyal fan base and shit. Like, we only won 1 game, we still sell out the stadium. That's not the case with most other teams. When the 49ers sucked, their stadium was empty. When the Jacksonville Jaguars sucked, their stadiums are empty. Right? When teams aren't good and they know you're not going to be good, there's very few fan bases that still show up in mass to support their team. So with teams like this, they need good quarterback play and good quarterbacks just to stay relevant and continue to make those sales. Now, do they think that they're going to win a championship? 9 times out of 10, no. They know what they got. They know damn well they don't have all the pieces in place most times, but they still got to go out and compete. They still got a bottom line to meet. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But as for Dak Prescott, if you ask if he's good enough to win a Super Bowl with, probably. Because worst quarterbacks have won Super Bowls. The real question with Dak Prescott in the postseason with the Dallas Cowboys, will there ever be another 100-yard rusher in the postseason? Because we ain't had one since 2018. Will the defense not get 30-balled every time that we play a team with a winning record? Because we averaged 28 points per game against winning teams last year. Has Dak Prescott had bad playoff games? Sure. But he also had some good playoff games. And he also had some playoff games where he wasn't bad enough that they should have lost. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with when I talk about Jared Goff that first time around. 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions is all he had to contribute for his team to get to a Super Bowl. Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with 3 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That were his numbers over the course of that playoff run. 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Nobody talks about it because he won Super Bowl MVP. So that's my thing, man. Like, there are times where you can ask Dak Prescott to play a little bit better, sure. But if you're really a Super Bowl caliber team, your quarterback having 1 or 2 hiccups should not be enough for you to lose. We seen Jimmy Garoppolo do absolutely nothing against us, and the 49ers still win. We seen Jimmy Garoppolo beat Aaron Rodgers with 8 pass attempts. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It's all good, Kyle. We welcome all fans, but we have realistic football discussions. We have realistic football discussions here, Kyle. So, hey, it doesn't matter if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan or not. You're more than welcome to be here, and we appreciate you. Yeah, we welcome everybody, man. Hey, I'm ready for football, too. I said Cowboys fold in the playoffs always. I mean, hey, that what happened in recent history. They failed in recent history. You can't say always or all times though, because you know there's 5 titles behind that, but you know. He said, please tell me y'all going to the Super Bowl. I got too many concerns right now to be worried about the Super Bowl. I don't know what my run game is going to look like week 1. We're doing running back by committee. I have no idea how effective my offensive line is going to be. I have no idea how good, I have no idea how good the other wide receivers will be outside of CeeDee Lamb. I'm not talking about Super Bowl right now. I'm trying to see, and my defensive line, I damn near left my defensive line off. We lost our best run defender in the middle. Like, I got a lot of questions to ask about my team before I just sit on here and talk about the Super Bowl. I'm trying to see if my team addresses some of its flaws before I even talk about some of that shit. Because we still got glaring holes. Exactly. We don't have any idea how good the offensive line is going to be. Because you got some rookies out there playing, and the 2 rookies playing are playing new positions. Tyler Guy ain't never been no left tackle, even though he protected the blind side in college. Cooper Beebe ain't never played in a game at center, even though I think he can do it. So those two new pieces on your offensive line playing that position for the first time. There's a lot of shit I gotta discuss. Talk about Super Bowls, man. We ain't talking about Super Bowls right now. We ain't made it to training camp. Oh, they was talking about, somebody had said, please say y'all going to the Super Bowl. I like, man, we got too much shit to discuss before training camp start. We got too much shit to discuss before training camp even start, man. I'm worried about run game, offensive line, defensive tackle need. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit going on right now for me to be talking about a Super Bowl, man. What's up with you, Clifford? Said, you right, Dak always get the blame. I mean, listen, I understand that part of that comes with being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, or being the quarterback in general. You know what I'm saying? Like people still argue with me about Dak's first playoff loss. Man threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, and they still talk about he started too slow. He started too slow. Like, man, shut the fuck up. He said, y'all got a really good defense. Do we, though? Because, Coach, my defense can't stop the run. My defense is one-dimensional. My defense can rush the passer, and they can hold certain teams down on the scoreboard. But they gave up 28 points per game against teams with winning records, and they were a below-average team in stopping the run. We got ran off the field by Aaron Jones. And we got ran off the field. Listen. We've had a bad run defense since Dak Prescott's been here, outside of like 2018. So I got some issues with my defense because they're one-dimensional. Because all you got to do is run against them. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is run against them. You can run the boys off the field. And then they get frustrated. And then it's pretty much game over. Then we got to win a shootout. So, yeah, like I like our defense. I think they're great at the things that they do. The thing that they do well, top-notch at it. Top-notch pass defense. You know, top-notch at rushing the passer. Top-notch at turning the ball over. They turn the ball over at the elite level. They get after the quarterback at the elite level. They defend the pass at the elite level. But, man, you ask them boys to stop the run? Shit. You better pray about it. You better pray about it. Yeah, them boys can't listen. Them boys can't stop the run. They couldn't stop the run last year, and I still don't think they can stop the run this year. Cause man, them boys ain't add no defensive players in the middle. If we talk about playoff performances, I can't even say that. I think Dak's best playoff performance was against Tampa Bay. Cause he set NFL records against Tom Brady and the Bucs. So I think just the other year was his best. And then we say his best season. Like we talking about overall, because Dak Prescott as a player is way better right now than he was as a rookie. Like there are passes right now that he's making he would have never thought about attempting when he was a rookie quarterback. He wouldn't even attempted them things. So I think as a player he's better right now. But you're talking about the best season Dallas Cowboys had. Oh yeah, 2016 was probably the best season overall that we had. But that's when we had a young Zeke, led the league in rushing. Right, we utilized play action. If we had that same offensive line and run game paired with this version of Dak Prescott and this defense, we'd be damn near unstoppable, in my opinion. Oh no, you good, John? You good? I appreciate you for clarifying. You good, brother? Ain't no harm in it. But yeah, man, we've been on here for an hour. An hour of some damn good content too, man. I appreciate everybody and their mama who came in here and rocked out with me as long as y'all did, man. I appreciate y'all. Listen, it's Saturday. Y'all could be doing anything in the world, but y'all took time out y'all day to slide in here and rock out with your boy, yell into the camera for an hour. So I appreciate that. So yeah, man. On the way out, please just make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure y'all continue to hit that Cash App and Super Chat to support the liquor store. Tell a friend to sub. If you ain't subbed already, hit the sub button. We're still on the road to 3K. And hey, if any breaking Dallas Cowboy news happens, I'll come back. If not, I'll see y'all on the other side, man. Peace, God bless, and I'm gonna rock out with y'all next time, man.
Thinking about changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Ay, 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 ay. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your